You ever find yourself staring at a budget tag and wondering if a sub-$700 rifle can actually do the job when it matters most? Welcome to Scoper 360. I'm Scott, and in this series, we're taking 5 affordable bolt-action rifles out of the showroom and into the dirt, the rain, and the kind of real-world situations where every shot counts. This isn't a spec sheet drill. It's hands-on testing, honest failures, and the kind of hard lessons you only learn when you depend on a firearm for meat, defense, or survival. Over the next episodes, I'll break each rifle down the way I use them. Real trigger feel, how they hold zero after a long ride, what kinds of groups you can realistically expect at 100 yards, and the pros and cons that don't show up in glossy ads. I'll give you objective measurements where they matter and my unvarnished subjective take on which rifles I'd trust to ride in the truck on a bug out or to take on a late season hunt. Prices, setup notes, and practical tips will be included so you can decide what's right for you without the hype. If you find this useful, hit like and follow Scoper 360 to support the channel. Drop your questions in the comments and tell me what you want me to test next. First up, the Savage Axis, the 2nd XP. Savage Axis, the 2nd XP. I picked this one up in .308 Winchester for about $520, and it's the textbook example of a rifle that does everything you actually need without the fluff. Objective first, the Axis the 2nd XP ships with a factory-mounted Bushnell Banner 39X40 that's bore-sighted, a 22-inch carbon steel, button-rifled barrel that's free-floated, a 2-lug bolt with a 90 degrees throw, and a 4-round detachable box magazine. The standout mechanical feature is Savage's AccuTrigger, which is user-adjustable from roughly 2.5 to 6 pounds. Mine was set just under 3.5, and it breaks clean with essentially zero creep. In my hands and on paper, the Axis II consistently held roughly 1 MOA at 100 yards using common hunting loads like Hornady American Whitetail and Federal PowerShock, which is more than acceptable for practical hunting and survival use. In the field, it proved durable. It held zero after being packed in a truck bed, cycled smoothly in cold, and fed reliably off the small detachable mag with no double feeds or hang-ups during testing. Subjectively, the Axis the 2nd XP's biggest virtues are simplicity and predictability. The synthetic stock is basic but lightweight and provides a neutral cheek weld that works with most optics and sling setups. The AccuTrigger makes the rifle feel far more refined than the price implies, turning a budget entry into a shooter's tool rather than a throwaway. Downsides? It's not a precision custom out of the box. You won't get sub-half MOA match performance from factory hunting ammo. The bolt geometry is conventional and a bit taller than ultra-modern designs, and there's no threaded muzzle if you plan to add a suppressor later. For buyers who want a dependable, accurate, and low-maintenance rifle for hunting, bug-out redundancy, or general backcountry work, the Axis the 2nd XP is hard to beat at its price point. Next, the Mauser Mateen Savannah. Mauser Mateen Savannah. I picked this up in .308 Winchester for roughly $600, and from the first shoulder, it felt like a rifle built with a job in mind rather than a marketing brochure. Objectively, the Mateen Savannah features a 22-inch cold hammer-forged barrel threaded 5/8 24 at the muzzle, a 3-lug bolt with a 60 degrees throw, an adjustable factory trigger that broke around 2.5 pounds on mine, and a 5-round internal magazine. The barrel finish and Cerakote-style coating shrug off the elements, and the action is rock solid out of the box. In live testing, I was consistently able to stack groups under 1 MOA at 100 yards using a variety of factory hunting and match-grade loads. It wasn't picky about ammunition and kept that tightness through rain, mud, and long stints in the field. The short bolt throw makes follow-up shots quicker and keeps your cheek on the stock when you need it, which is a real advantage in practical hunting or overwatch scenarios. Subjectively, the Savannah surprises for the price. The 3-lug bolt runs butter smooth, and the 60 degrees lift is noticeably faster than the old 90 degrees 2-lug setups, which reduced my movement behind the scope and made getting back on target easier. The stock is plain on paper but functional in practice. Steel bedding sleeves in the receiver inlet and rubberized inserts give a secure feel without added weight. I appreciated the 3-position safety for safe manipulation in the field and the removable recoil pad with the hidden compartment. Small, practical touches that show a user-first design. Downsides to call out. The finish and fit are good, but not showroom perfect. If you're building a match rifle, you'll want an aftermarket trigger or a glass-bedded custom stock down the road. Also, because the mag is internal, you don't get the quick swap convenience of detachable box magazines. Overall verdict, the Mauser Mateen Savannah delivers exceptional real-world value. It's accurate, tough, and tuned for the kind of dirty, repetitive work a prepper or serious hunter asks of a rifle. For anyone who wants a no-nonsense bolt gun with thread-ready capability and a fast bolt throw, this one earns a place in the truck. Next up, the Mossberg Patriot Predator. Mossberg Patriot Predator. I grabbed this one in 6.5 Creedmoor for about $540, and right away it felt like a rifle that took the company's field experience seriously instead of trying to chase trends. Objectively, the Patriot Predator ships with a 22-inch fluted button-rifled barrel that is free-floated and threaded 5/8 24 for suppressor use, a spiral fluted bolt with a 90 degrees lift, Mossberg's adjustable lightning bolt style trigger 27 lb range, pillar bedding, and a 4-round dropbox magazine. The rifle also comes with a Picatinny rail for quick optic mounting. In my accuracy testing, it consistently held around 1 MOA at 100 yards with common hunting loads, and it held 0 through a week of rough handling and adverse weather. The bolt cycles cleanly even with gloves on, and the trigger on my sample broke like glass just under 3 pounds, which is a very usable sweet spot for hunting and practical shooting. Subjectively, the Patriot Predator impressed me with its combination of features aimed at practical use. The threaded barrel and robust mounting rail mean you can go quiet or change optics quickly. The fluted bolt reduces ice and dirt buildup chances while giving a positive feel when cycling. And the lightweight, textured synthetic stock balances carry comfort with a confident grip in wet conditions. I liked that it stayed accurate without fuss and never felt fragile while hauling it through brush and slinging it in a truck. Downsides to note are mostly aimed at precision shooters. You won't get factory match-level sub-half MOA performance without spending on premium barrels and ammunition, and the stock is functional rather than ergonomic for long-range bench shooting. For hunters and preppers who need a dependable, suppressor-ready bolt gun that performs reliably in the field for roughly $540, the Patriot Predator is a smart, no-nonsense choice. Next up, the CVA Cascade. CVA Cascade. I picked this one up in .308 Winchester for about $650, and right out of the gate, it felt like a rifle designed to give you the most utility for the least hassle. Objectively, the Cascade comes with a 22-inch cold, hammer-forged barrel that's free-floated and threaded 5/8 24 at the muzzle, a 2-lug bolt with a 70 degrees throw, a flush-fit 4-round magazine, and an action that uses a Savage-style barrel nut which makes future rebarreling straightforward. The build includes aluminum bedding pillars and a fiberglass-reinforced synthetic stock with soft-touch grip panels. My sample shipped with a factory-adjustable trigger that I was able to get to just under 1.6 pounds. and in testing the rifle printed sub-MOA groups with match-grade ammo and held very respectable groups with common hunting rounds. In the field, the Cascade stayed true to zero after repeated transport, sling work, and weather exposure, and the oversized bolt knob and smooth bolt travel made cycling easy even with gloves or when tired late in the day. Subjectively, the Cascade felt like the most upgrade-friendly rifle in the group. The Remington 700 footprint and the barrel nut system mean you can reasonably swap barrels, change triggers, or put it on a chassis without fighting the factory geometry. That makes it attractive to someone who wants a solid factory platform but plans to tinker or improve components over time. I also liked how light it carried relative to its stability on the bench. The fiberglass reinforced stock gives confidence without unnecessary bulk. Downsides are minor but worth noting. Fit and finish are good but not showroom perfect. And if you're buying strictly for out-of-the-box match competition, you'll still want to invest in premium glass and ammunition. For preppers, hunters, or DIY shooters who want a dependable, accurate rifle with real potential for aftermarket tuning, the CVA Cascade is a compelling pick around $650. Next up, the Ruger American Predator. Ruger American Predator. I picked this one up in 6.5 Creedmoor for right around $580, and it quickly proved itself to be the everyman's precision workhorse in this group. Objectively, the Ruger American Predator comes with a 22-inch cold, hammer-forged, free-floated barrel, threaded 5/8-24, a 3-lug bolt with a 70 degrees throw, the Marksman adjustable trigger, and Ruger's power bedding system that locks the action into stainless steel blocks molded into the stock. My sample shot sub-MOA groups at 100 yards with Hornady Precision Hunter, and it kept that zero after hard use in wet and dirty conditions. The rotary magazine is reliable, the factory Picatinny rail made optic mounting painless, and the rifle felt balanced and stable whether I was carrying it across rough terrain or sitting prone on a bipod. Subjectively, the Ruger American Predator impressed me with how close it skirts the line between a ready-to-go factory rifle and a platform that can be tuned into a long-range companion. The power bedding system truly reduces point of impact shift when you transport the rifle or change ammo types, and the Marksman trigger is crisp enough that follow-up shots feel predictable and confidence-inspiring. The 3-lug bolt and 70 degrees throw also help you keep your sight picture during rapid follow-ups, which matters in both a hunting and Overwatch context. Downsides are few but real. Like the others in this price bracket, you shouldn't expect a factory rifle to replace a purpose-built long-range custom without spending on glass, ammo, and maybe an aftermarket stock or bedding job. Also, while the rotary mag is slick and low profile, some shooters prefer detachable mags for faster reloads. Overall verdict for the Ruger: it's my pick for someone who wants a balanced, accurate, and tough bolt gun that comes ready to work out of the box and responds well to modest upgrades, priced roughly between $550 and $620 depending on configuration.